All right, we are live. I'm going to wait for just a minute till I see this pop up on my other screen. There we are. All right, so we are live and going out to the world. How are y'all doing tonight? There we are. All right, we are live. Hold on, I got to mute myself over here. Going out to the world. All right, there we go. Forgot to do that. So yeah, tonight we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk about the tournament. We had a good time out there, and we'll talk about it here in a minute. But let me get to some comments first. I got Terry Landry. Good evening. How you doing, sir? William C. JT's All Outdoors. How you doing, my man? Let's see. Terry Landry again. Heidi, how you doing? From Idaho. Crappie Man 20, Texas. That's a hard one to say, man. Anyway, good to have you on here, brother. Man, he gave me some rods the other day to do with what I want, and I need to get with you and tell you what I'm doing with one of them. But anyway, I appreciate you doing that, my man. Good to meet you in person twice. Feel bad I didn't even recognize him. Saw him at the tournament, didn't even recognize him because he was in fishing gear. And but anyway, so let's see. Terry Clark or Heidi Clark, excuse me. Heidi, it just got cold here, and we'll talk about that too. Woo, that's part of the tournament deal. Uncle Bill's Crappie Attitude. You'll check his channel out as well. How you doing? Let's see. Albert Spears, how you doing, brother man? Good to see you on here. Good to meet you, man. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about this weekend here soon, so y'all hang in. Sid Lewis, good to see you on here, my man. Miss JT's All Outdoors, good to have you on here. I wish y'all had been there this weekend because I've wanted to meet you. I gotta see who puts up with old Justin for that many years. Just playing. Let's see. Kip Wright, how are you doing? He was there this weekend as well. Texas Crappie Assassins. You'll check his channel out as well. He was there this weekend. Had a good time talking with him. Michael Lawrence from Greensboro, North Carolina. Glad to have you on here. Chad Hilliard, how you doing? From Lindale, Texas. He didn't put it on there, but I know where he's from. So, man, I hope you guys have had a good time. A good week. Got to do a little fishing. And, yeah, man, we did. I'm going to get a few more people on here. We got 22 watching right now. Let's get a few more people on here. Excuse me. And I got a special guest. I'm going to bring Mr. Blake Hauk in here in a few minutes. And we're going to talk about our tournament and just have a good time with that. Here, give me 1 second. I see something I need to look at here real quick. Oh, okay. Wrong thing. JT, JT's All Outdoors. Captain Turbo, that's his dog. I'm thinking, if I remember right, had to run to the potty, run to the grass blade. William C, not cold yet. I'm still getting a sunburn. Dude, you're from the north, bro. It's cold. It's getting cold to us, which I was in shorts this morning. Shorts and a sweatshirt. I enjoyed it. I love it. I love this time of weather. I love fires. In fact, I got to buy some firewood this week. I think I may wait. I'm going to West Texas next week, and hopefully I can pull some what's that called? Not cedar, but mesquite wood down here, because man, that stuff smells so good. I'm one of these guys. I'll light a fire in a fireplace, and boom, I'll light it up, and then I walk out the front door, and I'll sit there and look up at the chimney, wash the smoke until I can smell it, and like, oh man, I love this, and I go back in, enjoy the fire. That's just me. I love it. So, Let's see. MRM Ranger, how you doing, sir? Man, you know what? You need to send me a message. I enjoyed it with Kip Wright. We'll talk about that in just a second too. Hold on. But here's my send me a message at sleepattherealtv.com or at gmail.com. Give me your phone number. And next time I go, I'll give you a shout for sure. And we'll go do a little fishing. So I'm going to pull this off here in a second. But you know what? Let me just. I can't do that. Yeah, I'll leave it on just for a minute. So, yeah, send me a message and give me your information. And we'll definitely go. Man, we had a great spot fishing. I will say that's for the summertime. But or the wintertime. But, yeah, I'm looking for some summertime spots, too, because I want to go back. All right. Let me go back here. Let's see. Mesquite wood for smoking meat, but I love the smell of it. Yeah, I love the smell of it too, man. It's just, something about it. I don't know what it is. Makes me feel like I'm in West Texas. I feel like I'm almost in Louisiana here because I'm so close to Louisiana. And it's where I grew up. I mean, I'm 5 hours from my house, but it's still the same. I mean, you can't, if there's trees, you're going to have 10 foot of overgrowth between the trees of just weeds and stuff. Get out to West Texas, it's totally different, man. You can see a deer. Like I can be at a deer stand here in East Texas and I'll have a deer 10 feet away from me, but I can't see it. I can hear it, can't see it. West Texas, I can see 40 deer out there. Mesquite trees, just, oh man, I love it. Anyway, yes, Albert, I did get your text. And just had not had a chance to respond yet, but thank you so much for that because I need some of those pictures. And I'm working on a video today and tomorrow, and then I doubt if Miss Irene's going to be on here, but I'm taking Miss Irene fishing tomorrow. We may go live for the fun of it, although I expect to go live on the tournament, and then we got so into it. Get in that minute, got into it and couldn't do it. But yes, I did get your text. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So 31 watching now, and we're 9 minutes into it. So, hey, total angling. Oh, hold on. You hadn't shown up here on this one yet. If you don't know, I've got two screens. So I'm watching one of them live. This StreamYard is about 45 seconds behind. So I see things on this screen over here that don't show up on this screen for about 45 seconds. But Total Angling Experience, how you doing, man? Great meeting you this weekend. So he's got two channels, but y'all go check out that channel right there. Excuse me, he's trying to build this one as well. And he has got a boat, and I don't have a picture of it, but man, it is as big as my building out here. That thing is huge. And can probably fit about 15 people on there. He didn't have any trouble in the waves. So, yeah, he had a good time. And enjoyed meeting you, my friend. So hope you got home safe. But, yeah, definitely go check his channel out. Kelly Wilson, how you doing? Good to have you on here. So, hey, guys, let's talk real quick about you know what? Forget that. Let's just bring our guest in right now. Bring Blake in here. Let's talk about our experience this weekend because, man, we had a great time. So here's Blake, and man, let me make this bigger. How do I do that? There we go.
What's up, Chris?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good.
You had how long of a trip did you have back and forth?
It was about 12 hours. Got back to the land of milk and honey. Things are good.
So Blake's in Maryville, Tennessee. Blake is the owner of Gunny's and Crappie Cove. We've talked about them a few times. They're one of our sponsors as well. And Blake did some sponsoring for the tournament also. And in addition to that, he was also my fishing partner. So we had a good time. Yeah. What do you think? Tell me what you thought of the tournament, man. Let's go through it from day one, man. We're not gonna. I mean, I don't want to spend 5 hours on this, but I don't want to bore everybody. But we pre-fished, and what were your thoughts?
Man, it was great. I mean, Friday was it was tougher than lips on a woodpecker, right? I mean, we we had a tough time. We couldn't find fish. We were struggling, and it was tough. I was not overly optimistic for how Saturday was going to be. We quit a little early so we could go back and get the crawfish ready and kind of get dinner going. But yeah, I mean, if you'd asked me Friday night, I wouldn't have been terribly excited. But I was there for the fun. It was my first tournament. I was stoked to be there.
Well, that's something I didn't know until I can't remember if I learned that Saturday or Friday. I think it was Saturday. I learned that it was your first tournament.
Yeah, we were out on the boat.
Yeah, we're out there and we're just driving around looking for spots on a lake that I hadn't been on in 20 years, and Blake's never been on. And well, I say 20 years. I mean, I went the week before on Saturday. I went in a total different place, but we knew the wind was coming, and so I knew we couldn't fish in the places that I looked at because it was some bad wind, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But so we get down there and fished around the dam area, and we caught some decent fish. I mean, I'm watching the video, or I'm editing the video right now, and I mean, they were okay. They were good eaters, but they weren't big. And in fact, Blake says, "Well, that's a good fish. It's not a tournament fish, but it's a good fish." At one point, in there, but yeah. So we did we had who all did we have YouTubers down there? We had Flopping Crappie. We had
Hook City.
Who?
Hook City was there.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Friday night. Yeah, well, we had a couple. I mean, Andy, obviously Andy was there, and Ken Akins. Is it Atkins or Akins? No, Ken. Keith.
Oh, Keith. Yeah.
Yeah, Keith was there, and which he didn't do a lot of YouTubing, but he does a lot of Facebooking, and so he cooked some fish for us, and I did some crawfish. Yes, I got crawfish. They were a little small, but it was a good time. I hadn't done crawfish in a while, and we had a good time that night, and then kind of hung out that night and got up the next morning. Let's see if I got that picture.
Those were small lobsters, man. You brought in. They were big crawfish. They just had some little bitty tails on them.
they were, man. They were big crawfish, but the fact is they didn't have great tails. It was cold, or it was wintertime. Here we go. So next morning we get up, and wind's not too bad. But Mark took a picture of it. It wasn't that bad yet. Mark took a picture of us. So at this point, what are we doing right here, Blake?
Yeah, we're kind of getting ready. I was putting some I was tearing that Tennessee 4-pound test off, putting some Texas 12 on.
That's right. Yeah. He said, "I got another rod over here. It's got 4 pounds." I said, "No, take it off. You're not fishing with 4-pound over here." And one of the things I saw the video, you said, "I see why now." Yeah, I see why you're fishing heavy. And I mean, at one point you got hung and you pulled up a log about 4 foot long. Yeah, that's a little pre-fish. Yeah. Because he kept saying, "I don't want to lose this jig. I don't want to lose this jig." But so Saturday we get up, we get out, and weather wasn't that bad, but we knew it was coming, and we had a cold front coming through, so it was probably 75 degrees. I mean, it was at that point it was around 65. It was pretty it was a little it was comfortable, but we needed a sweatshirt on.
We were both wearing shorts. I mean, it was a great morning.
Yeah. Took off. We had to go through a kind of an unmarked boat lane, and there's stumps everywhere out here, guys. to get out to the buoy boat lane, which is about 50 feet on each side of it. It's about 100-foot diameter. So you got to be careful where you're going because there's stumps everywhere out there. And we get out to the bridge or to the dam. We start fishing, and boom, wire. Hold on, let me just stop real quick. Wire for Crappie. How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much for the super chat. Looky, it's thing 1 and thing 2, and it's crayon 1. That's for you. Hey, bud, I appreciate the super chat, my friend. Thank you so much, and y'all go check his channel out as well. Probably doesn't need any help, but yeah, if you not subscribed to Wired for Crappie, check him out. He's very knowledgeable and great guy. So they're also in Maryville, Tennessee. So check him out. Thanks, buddy, for the super chat. Appreciate it. So anyway, we get out there, we start fishing, and I caught like 6 or 7 fish right off the bat. I think Blake was getting a little frustrated, and we got them all in there because we wanted 8 fish right off the bat. We had to measure, or we had to keep 7. We wanted 8 fish, and that way, in case one died, we had a backup. And I think Blake was getting a little frustrated, and then and we'll get back to that in a minute because your frustration changed totally.
Well, we did double down on the first cast, though.
Oh, you're right. We did.
Yeah.
You're right. We did. We pulled 2 in right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then we're fishing, and what happened? Boom! Live scope goes off. My live scope, my Amped Outdoors battery did not charge.
It looked like that.
It looked exactly like that, dude. It would not. I mean, I'm pushing a button, going, "It's gotta work! Come on!" And this was at like 9, just before 9.
Yeah.
We just, I remember looking at the clock. It was 9:08 when we took off. So we drove all the way back to the dam, or to the Lake Fork Marina, which was about 3 miles. Changed the battery out because Mark was there, and Blake called Mark, said, "Bring the other battery." He had another battery in the boat or in the cabin. Came down there, and also that was Plan B. We get down there. I'm pulling the screws out, and they're little bitty screws, and doop, I dropped one in the bottom of the boat. Couldn't find it, so we had to go to Plan C. And then Superman, which is Mark, came up and brought me some more screws. And anyway, we got back into it. We were only out for about 45 minutes, I guess. Got back into fishing, and then all of a sudden, I could not catch a fish. Blake was pulling. Oh, I caught one. I'm back there measuring it, and Blake goes, "What do you want me to do with this fish?" I look back, he's got one. I'm like, "Throw it in the floorboard." Next thing I know, I had 4 fish in the floorboard. Blake is catching them, and I'm over there trying to weigh them and cull them. It was fun. We had a good time. So, yeah, we had a great time with that. Let me just look through here real quick, see if there's anything. I'm going to get back to these comments here in a minute, guys. But, yeah, so anyway, we did that and started fishing, and all of a sudden the wind came in. The wind was so strong, if we had hold a rod up in the air, I mean, you had to fight it. We had about 18, 20 mile an hour winds, Blake. Is that right? Somewhere there?
It was brutal. That I'll let you get into it, but that 3 mile ride seemed to get longer. I'm not sure it was 3 miles. I think it was more like 30 miles, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're fishing, and we're like, man, we're at 11.6 or something on a poundage. And we start getting into it. We had to go to a whole new place. There was somebody in the area we were fishing. So we moved to a different location that we'd never fished. And I'm like, you know what? There's a river bed. There's a creek bed right there. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And I'm glad we did, because that's where all the big girls were. And we started hitting those. Pulled in some slabs, and we had a couple. We had like 3 of them over 2 pounds, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think
we had 2 that by our scales weighed 211. Had 2 identical weights on fish.
Yeah.
And then we had one, I think it was like 206 or 207.
Yeah.
We had some nice fish.
Caught two of those.
Yeah.
I only caught one of them. You had two of those things, so you definitely carried me. I think Blake's back was hurting. That's what he was asking me. Your back hurting? I was like, for what? Yeah. So It all changed.
Yeah. At first, you had me slumped over your back carrying me. It was embarrassing.
But yeah, we had a good time. Well, then all of a sudden that wind came in, and finally I said, Blake, it's 1:15. We're supposed to have lines out of the water by 2, so we probably need to head out. Well, let's do one more cast. That's one more tree. All right, so we'll go to another tree. Well, one more cast, and I was like, man, we got to go, bro. It's 1:30. We got an hour before we are disqualified. We had to be in line at 2:30. I knew those by the way that wind was going. We had to go. Brother, let me tell you what. Blake knows it. I have never, and I'm not lying to you, I've never seen a freshwater lake look like an ocean. I guarantee we had 4-foot swells, if not higher. And we went probably for about a minute. And I said, hey, bud, you got a raincoat? He goes, yeah. I said, you got about 1 minute to put it on, because if we don't get it on in a minute, we're going to be floating in those timbers, and I'm not getting out of there. So we quickly jumped in, grabbed a raincoat, because we had water coming in the boat over the bow. It was ridiculous, and I was a little worried. I told him that afterward. I didn't tell him that before, but it would come in when we were driving, and it would hit me, and it was cold, it was windy, and it would just pierce you. And it's all I can do to hold the steering wheel. So I said, we got to put our raincoats on. We were already soaking wet. I just didn't want it on me. I wanted to be somewhat coherent. But anyway, we got through that. We literally were jumping out of the water several times. Blake's over there holding his chair, trying to do the shock absorber. It was bad, guys. I have never. It actually. Where's that picture? I sent you a picture today, Blake. It actually knocked off my. I didn't realize this. Let's see if you can see this. I don't know if you can tell what this is, but this is my hummingbird right here on the console. It knocked that whole thing off. Well, anyway, it knocked that whole deal off of there. I had no idea. I was looking at it today going, man, that thing's crooked. It just knocked it out of the socket. My side one that's on the ram mount, even though I've driven to Tennessee with this thing, I've driven to West Texas, I've driven everywhere, and that sucker was aiming down at my feet. Man, we got hammered. But hold on. I see something. Walking on water, my buddy. Thank you so much. Sound like you guys had a good time. Keep it coming. You have my vote, brother. I'm running for president, bro. I thank you, man. Thank you so much. Dude, you've got to call me because I keep forgetting to call you, okay? Let's get your thing taken care of. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for the super chat, man. Definitely. Let me scroll back up here where I was. And right there. Okay. But, yeah, we got back. We're soaking wet. I think we're the only ones wet. I didn't see anybody else wet. Did you, Blake?
I don't know. I was so distracted from being beat to death coming across the water and soaking wet. You know, I think maybe the fourth wave we hit, my underwear was wet, my shorts were wet, my shoes were wet. And, you know, halfway through that 30-mile ride back, I looked down the bottom of the boat. There's water standing in the boat. My feet are sitting in water, and I'm like, holy crap, you know. Just get me out of here, Chris.
I know, man. It was pretty bad. I got back and I had to talk up there, and man, I'll tell you what, I don't remember what I said. I don't remember who I talked to. I was frazzled. I was like, man, we're the Titanic. We're going down, bro. That's what I was worried about. It was pretty bad, but you know what? Long story short, we had a good time. We wound up with 12.2 12-2-1, I believe.
12-2-4.
12-2-4. And we took 6th place. The 5th place got 12.56 or something like that. They weren't far off of us. And we were close. But we missed pace spot by that much. Not bad for your first tournament, my friend.
But we hit our spot, right? I mean, kind of my goal going in was we need to be at 12 pounds, knowing that that's not going to win, but it's going to be respectable. We're not going to be embarrassed. We're going to, we're going to make a fair showing at 12. Now, it was that one more cast, one more flip. Let's don't get in a hurry. And we finally got that last 2-pounder that came in that put us over 12. But it was a great time, and I have no regrets at all. And I think our weight was respectable for our knowledge of the lake, and I think we did okay.
Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree with that. I mean, if we had stayed out a little longer, we might have been able to take 5th. But Keith, which I don't know where he did. I don't know where he. At what point he was? I thought he was 5th.
I think Keith and Josh ended up 4th in the weight, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, whoever took 5th, I mean, if we had stayed out there a little longer, we might have been able to do that. But I wasn't willing to risk it, man. I mean, that wind, guys. When you hear the audio, I'm probably gonna cut the audio out because it was just a whistle. You'd hear it whistling through our lines, whistling through the chairs. I bought some new Millennium chairs that sit up there so both of us can sit out on the deck instead of having to stand up, which thank God we did that, because could you imagine trying to stand on that deck with that rocking? It would have been terrible. We would have been gone a long time before that.
That was an awesome setup. Yeah, awesome setup.
Yeah, it worked out well. I'm going to use it again tomorrow with Irene. No, it worked out well. And Texas Crappie Assassins, he was out there as well. They were battling. I think they were at smack in the middle of the lake when all that came through. It was pretty. Woo! It was weird, man. We saw a bunch of YouTubers. We had Hook City TV. Both of them were out there. I met for the first time. Finally, I've talked to him on the phone forever. I've met Cowboy Roy. Yeah, Cowboy Roy. I keep trying to call him Cowboy Troy. Anyway, Cowboy Roy. We met, Texas Crappie Assassins 903 Fishing was out there. We had, I met for the first time Davis with Flopping Crappie. He was out there a few days before we got there. And Texas Crappie Assassins, which I met him before. Man, who else was out there? We had a bunch of people. Who am I missing there, Blake? Can you think of any? We took a whole big picture. I put it on my Facebook page of all the YouTubers. And but man, we had a good time. Pops with Hook City was out there.
Charlie was out there, but he didn't fish, right?
Charlie Burrows was out there. Yeah, you're right. Charlie came out and said hi. Kind of him and Miss Pam came out. Got to meet Elbert for the first time, Elbert Spears. And in fact, Elbert, that was my first autograph. He had a banner, ACC banner. He had his all autograph. That was kind of cool. But
Elbert was a solid dude. I really enjoyed meeting Elbert. Yeah.
The same here, man. Same here, definitely. Hey, let's look through some of these comments real quick. I know we've been talking for a while. So let's see. Elbert says, hello, Blake. Heidi Clark, I've been waiting to hear about this. Robert Johnson, talking about total angling experience. I like both of your channels. I like your channels. Both of them are good. And I do actually do a thing at the very end of it will be the second show, probably the week of Thanksgiving, that I put that one out there, and I do a little video at the end where I talk to all these YouTubers, and I actually talked to him and said, hey man, you got 2 channels, don't you? So he talks about them both, and good stand-up guy, man. Hey, thank you, Miss JT's All Outdoors. Hit the thumbs up button. It matters. I appreciate that. 42 watching, 35 likes. I appreciate it. Total angling experience. Thanks for the kind words. Texas Crappie Assassin. Friday was fun. So, hey, here's one for you, Blake. Are the crawfish in Tennessee large? Wait, are the crawfish large? Yeah.
No.
Do you have? Can you find that picture, Blake, you took with me holding that crawfish up?
Oh yeah, I got it. Looked like a baby lobster.
But the problem is, at this point in time, they don't have tails. Their tails it's a lot of shell, but not a lot of meat because they're just kind of atrophy. There we go. Look at that.
Look at the size of his hand in comparison to that crawfish. That thing was a beast.
Yep, that was fun. All right. Apparently, oh yeah, Matt got it. That's true. Wire for Crappie. Crappie Man 20 to TX says, "Hello, Matt. Bar fly fishing. I'm here. Kid ran long. All right, brother. Glad to have you on here. Slab Buster R2R. Oh, wait, talk about bar fly. He's talking to me. Let's see. Let's see. I'm scrolling through there. Several weeks now. Mike Hallmark, how you doing, sir? Good to have you on here. What is that? Oh, waves, Elbert. Talking about the waves. Buddy, they were bad. Oh man, I just lost my place. Golly, I pulled a Matt.
So we got to come up with a name for Matt. You know, this thing 1 and thing 2. You know, I don't know.
I like Pink Crayon, man.
Yeah,
we'll have to do something with him, but yeah, I agree. Crappie Man 20 TX says move to double seats all the way back to keep from subbing every wave. Oh yeah. Oh, move them back. I got you. Yeah, you know it's hard on a bass boat, man, because we're both up in the front, as you saw. But yeah, it wasn't bad because we were, where we were fishing, the waves weren't bad. Weren't bad, but we had a lot of wind. We were fighting I had my trolling motor on 10, trying to move forward, and half the time we were moving backwards. I'd go set it up at 10 feet away from the tree, and by the time it finally kicked in and repositioned, we were at 20. So it was almost, I had to get to 3, 4, 5 feet, and then at that point it would stick correctly. It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. You take your 12-foot rod out, you take your jig out of the water, go to the next spot, hold it sideways. Next thing you know, you're trying to hold on to it. It's like wind's taking it out of your hand.
I mean, at one point, I think Blake saw me. I'm actually out there trying to like fly rod, trying to get it out there, because I was like, man, that tree's 20 yards away and I'm 20 feet away, and I'm just doing my best to get out there. And that the wind, because, I do that weight on the slip weight on there, and that wind would catch that weight and it would go backwards. So my jig might land 20 feet out, but the weight would only go about 5 feet. Like, golly, man, this is killing me.
Yeah, we don't really use 6-pound weights in Tennessee. That was a learning experience.
Yeah, because you guys, I always hear Matt talking about that. 4-pound small jigs, and the water clarity on Fork was a lot cleaner.
Yeah,
than it is at Palestine, but it was nothing like you guys had.
Yeah, but I was really surprised at how clear the water was. We fished Millwood on the way down, and it was like Yahoo. And we got to, we got down the Fork, and I was surprised. It was nice water.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's see. Just going through. Charlie Ray Brown, how you doing, sir? Good to have you on here. Hook City TV. There's my man. Dude, we had a good time talking with him. Wait till you see Kenneth's little video where he talks about his good side. Yeah, it was kind of funny. So always enjoy being with you, my man. You and Pops, brother. I love y'all. Let's see. Bunch of Hook. Hey, hi, Hook Cities. Hook. Hook NFHS. How you doing, man? Good to have you on here. Wait, I just gotta. Oh, from him. There we go. Super chat. Thank you so much. God bless. God bless you as well, sir. Thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Once again, you know where it's going. Going to fishing. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Let me get back up to where I was. Just making sure I get most of these comments in here. I know I'm going to miss a few. PFG Fishing. Who ended up winning? It was Jordan Sanders and I'm drawing a blank on the name. Hold on. I'll tell you. Let me go to Facebook real quick. Yeah, I've drawn a blank on him. Well, it's not showing his. Jason Holman. There we go. Two good guys. They've been doing a lot. I mean, they've been hammering it out here in East Texas. So, two good guys fishing. Good people, and they won. And Blake, they had a Blake. These do you have a picture of those trophies?
Maybe. Yeah.
So Blake sponsored the trophies, man. They were amazing. I wanted one so bad, but got inched out of it. Literally inched. I'll keep
that extra 10 minutes, pal.
I know. But it was at that point literally a life or death situation, the way I looked at it. There we go. Look at that. Man, those things are beautiful.
Doesn't really show up well.
No, it's kind of hard just because they're clear, but you can see what it says. So yeah, those are beautiful things, and Blake sponsored those, so thank you, sir, for doing that. Let's see. Hey, Kid Crappie, how you doing, my man? Oh yeah, Total Angling Experience was there. I'm sorry, I didn't even say him, even though we were talking about him. He was there as well. Hook City says, I never met a guy that didn't like Elbert when they met him. Amazing testimony he has also. Man, you know what? I didn't hear that, but we texted today, and he told me a little bit about it. I'm eager to hear it as well. So he was a good stand-up guy, man. I really enjoyed him. So let's see. Oh, Charlie Ray Brown. I didn't realize that was you. We met at Pines. Thanks for helping me with launch my boat. Okay. I know exactly who you are, brother. Yeah, man. Glad to have you on here, bud. I know you've been on here a couple times, but I didn't make the connection till just now. So thank you so much. That was a couple months ago. Call Matt Nibbles. I like that name. We just call him Nibbles. I have to think about that one.
Nibbles Quad.
What's that?
Nibbles Quad. He got 4 of them, right?
That's right. Yeah. Excuse me.
I'm betting his teeth glow in the dark for a day or two.
Oh, I imagine. Let's see. All right. Thank you, MRM Ranger. I appreciate it. I'll look at that. Let's see. Now everybody's telling me Jason Hollerman. And I wasn't down there. But yeah, man, dude, I'm trying to Hook City. Read the comments, Chris. I'm slow, bro. Okay, Hook. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else got something for you. Give you a ring and I'm done. Yeah. If it's me, then great. If it's somebody else, then I'm sure they'll be great too. Let's see. Fishing with Cambo Joe, how you doing? Derek Daniels, hey Chris, made the trip. Cancel. Trip canceled Lake Fort. Yeah, man, I was looking forward to meeting Derek as well, but it didn't happen. So, man, it was a good time. Blake, you got anything else on this tournament? You want to talk about that we didn't talk about?
No, I think we've covered it. It was a great time, great event, and thank Andy for putting it on and for thinking about the creativity to get everybody together. I think it was a good time. I think it'll grow in time, and hopefully more people will show up next year.
Yeah,
it was super.
Yeah, I know we talked,
folks.
We talked briefly in your room about some things to change for next year. I know, and make it a little better. We're going to work on that every year, and then we got one coming up in Tennessee at Watts Bar Lake, correct, in April?
That's right, first weekend of April.
Yeah, so if you're in the Tennessee area, we'll do another ACC tournament over there, and it's going to be a good time. So, yeah, I can't wait. I'll be going there as well. Hey, total angling experience. Thanks, Blake. There's some beautiful trophies. Definitely something to show off with pride. I agree, man. They really are. You did a dang good job in that. So,
thank you.
Well, Blake, man, I'm gonna let you go. I mean, you're welcome to stay on here, but I'm gonna cut you out of here. And
I'm gonna catch a fish, right? You're gonna cut me out. I'm gonna catch a fish back over here.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, we'll keep doing live for a little bit. See if you guys have any questions. And but I appreciate you being my partner, dude. I enjoyed it. I'm so glad you made the trip. It was a great time as always hanging out with you. And
yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me. I mean, it's funny how things happen, right? We were on a live one night, started kind of jousting back and forth about coming to Texas and coming to Tennessee, and I said, don't make that offer twice. I'll show up, and I guess you learned I was serious, right?
Well, after I showed up to you, so yeah,
that's right.
We've become good friends, and I appreciate you. I love you, brother.
Hospitality, had a great time.
Man, it was definitely a good time. So, man, thanks for being on here tonight, and thanks for being my partner. Thanks for all you did for the tournament this weekend, and yeah, appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for that NASCAR type driving back through the waves on the way back.
Man, if I didn't go if I went slower, we were gonna take on water, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like Titanic. It was getting bad.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Hope your neurosurgeon doesn't kill me.
Yeah, I'll send you a bill.
Send it to Andy. He made he set the date.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, brother, man. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, bye.
Take care. Bye. All right, guys. So let's see what we got here real quick. Sid Lewis says, wait, hold on. Let me go back up. Trevor Lee, a little late. How was the fishing? Man, it was good. We enjoyed it. If you didn't hear it, go back and watch the first part because we had a good time talking about it. Sid Lewis, by the way, Sarge, I've been back to my waypoint where ACC Crappie Stix went overboard with a big treble hook and caught every stump, limb, and trash, but no ACC Crappie stick. How did it go over? They float. Would you catch a fish on it or something? Yeah, I dropped mine in. They float. Even with a 3000 series rod, a reel on there. Man, that sucks though. I wish you'd pulled it out. I guarantee it'd still be good. There's slab saying I thought they floated. They do float. So he must have caught something on there, or had a 10,000 series reel that took it down. See, I don't know, man. I guess it depends on which rod it was, because I was using my 11 footer. I've got a 3000 series on mine, and it floated, but I'll double check. I'm going tomorrow. I'm taking Miss Irene fishing, and so I'll check that tomorrow for the fun of it. I'll hold on to the other end of the line in case it does sink. But man, that stinks, dude. Sorry to hear that. Oh, what was our weight? Trevor Lee asked. 12.25. I think we said. Somewhere in there. Yeah. Okay, Mike Hallmar says, tell me about the broke ACC. So look, here's the deal, guys. I almost didn't include that because I didn't want bad press for ACC, but I did because it's reality. Any rod that gets dinged or anything will have a flaw in it, and that Gaspagoo, or as we call them in Louisiana, our drum, was a big drum, and when he pulled it up, one of those imperfections it snapped it, and it does happen. But the great thing is, Andy guarantees those things, so he'll get you a new tip for that, which is the beauty of having a two-piece rod. So I've only broken one, and it was my fault because it was sticking out the side of my boat, and I backed it right into the wall. Boop, snapped off. Yeah, so that's kind of where it is. I love these ACC rods. I mean, you watch my deal. I mean, you don't have to do a big jerk for the hook set. You just start pulling up on it, gives the pressure, sets that hook in there. You're able to boat flip fish. I mean, we were boat flipping, almost 2.5 pounders the other day, and with no trouble. So yeah, it was fun. But the rods are great, Mike. I mean, it just happens. There's people that have had them happen, had them broke, and it happens with any rod that I'm aware of. I've seen a lot of rods break, but I've used I've caught a lot of fish on these ACCs. Yeah, as of now, I've never broken one with an ACC. So it happens. Excuse me, it happens. But let's see. Charlie Ray Brown says, have fun fishing tomorrow. Will do. It looks like it's going to be good fishing. So if you guys have the day off, go fishing tomorrow. You got like 3 to 4 mile an hour winds here in East Texas. Yarley Kennedy, how you doing, sir? Good evening. You're out of here. Oh wait, good evening, guys. Sorry I'm late. I thought you were leaving. Hey, good to have you on, my friend. Oh, Mike says, I just wanted to know if it's not seated good or what to watch for. Don't want to break mine. So, like, give you an example. I've got a bad habit. I don't like taking them apart. And so I just fold them all up. So they're in the wind. I got 3 or 4 poles just beating against each other. I'm probably going to wind up breaking a rod at some point because of that. You got those eyelets dinging the sides of the other rod, and you get a small imperfection in there, and they're just you're as strong as your weakest link, and that's what happens. When I first started, I had a guy tell me, he said, "Man, you got to quit dropping them rods. When you get into that material, and you drop a rod and you ding it, there's your imperfection." So it happens, but let's see. Anyway, yeah, man, good. That was a good question, and hopefully I answered the question for you. And then Charlie Ray Brown says, "Oh wait, you come up with another one." From a previous conversation, the ACC does have a 1-piece and 2-piece dock shooter. They do. You were correct. I like the 2-piece personally because if the 1-piece breaks, you're buying a whole new rod. 2-piece breaks, you just call ACC, and I'm pretty sure from everything I've heard, Andy talking, they're warranted. I mean, they'll send you a new one. So hopefully I'm not speaking wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the answer. I've heard a lot of people say I called and yeah, they got a brand new tip. So anyway, well, guys, we had a good time. I cannot speak enough good words about the tournament. It was a good time. The people we met, the people that are there. There was a lot of, like I said, a lot of YouTubers. There were a lot of I think there was 30 boats, 29, something like that. We'll just say good even 30 boats that were there. The beautiful thing is, Andy, when he did this, he said, "Look, I want to give back to your organization." So my nonprofit made $1,600 off that tournament, and that helps with a lot of expense for my warriors. Andy asked me, he said, "What will this do?" That was after the tournament. He said, and I told him, I said, "Man, that could probably give. I take 3 guys hunting. I can probably do roughly 4 trips on that." And so, I mean, you're looking, 4 to 5 trips. It kind of depends on which trip it is, but I mean, roughly 15 warriors I get to take hunting and hopefully change lives and save their lives. So that was huge. So I appreciate ACC. I appreciate everybody that was there. Some gentlemen, I was so frazzled at that point because I was thinking we were going to die. I mean, my shoulders today, both of them are so sore, I think, from holding on that steering wheel. But anyway, some gentleman walked up and said, "Look, I didn't enter the tournament, but I want to give you $100." And I wished I had been conscious enough to remember who it was. But if you're watching, I want to say thank you for that. So it was a great time. Kelly Wilson says, yes, ACC has awesome customer service. I agree. Let's see. Mike, thank you so much. Awesome nonprofit. So Charlie Ray Brown says it depends on how it happens when the rod breaks. And he's a stand-up guy that stands on his products. I agree. I mean, if it's something that you do, if it breaks fishing, he's going to cover it. If it breaks because you did something else, it probably won't. But just like any company. Charlie Ray Brown, thank you, sir. Hey, do me a favor. Shoot me. I think we're friends on Facebook, but I'm not positive, and I don't want to pull it up right now because I'm in the middle of the thing. Just shoot me a quick message on Facebook if you would, and the name on your of your company deal or however it is. Just shoot me a quick message if you would. That way I can get with you because I'm not going to remember in 5 minutes. I promise you. Sorry about that. Let's see. All right, hold on. Where's my pen? You know what? Let me just copy this. I bet I can do that. I can't. Okay. Of course, this pen doesn't write. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I know I got a pen. Here's one. I'm writing your email address. Okay. .com. Okay. Man, my dang chair. I've got to buy a new chair. I've had this for 15 years. And it just automatically starts going down. Yeah, Charlie, I'll definitely message you as well. So, all right, guys. So we've been on here for 54 minutes. I know we talked about the tournament the whole time. It was, man, I can't say how good it was. It was amazing. And I'm looking forward to putting these videos together and putting them out there for you guys. Anybody else got any questions, comments? If you don't, we're gonna turn it off for the night. And I'm looking over here. I don't see anything, but I do appreciate every one of you guys, as always. I appreciate y'all for being on here tonight. I appreciate you guys for being part of the channel. And, you know, we are growing, guys. Let me look at something real quick, see if we made it. Oh, we did. We were at 23.99. We got on. We're now at 24.01. So we reached the 2,400 mark, which is amazing. And thank you guys for being a part of that. Let's see. Have a good evening on the lake tomorrow. Uncle Bill says. Sid Lewis says, see you. God bless. Man, thank you all for being on here again. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Thanks for listening to me chat and listening to me blab every day, every Monday night. But I have a fun time doing this, guys. And, you know, this has become a family because I love getting on here and seeing the same people and getting to know y'all. And it's kind of fun. I mean, I can be having a bad day. You know, today was not a good start to the day, and it is now. I'm having a blast. So thank you all for being on here. And Mike Hallmark, yeah, we'll get to 3K soon. You know what? We grow. That's not what I'm on here for, but it always helps. And kind of a benchmark, I guess, for it. But again, I started this just to have fun. So anyway, we'll get to it next week again, guys. Get ready for the videos coming out. I'm gonna be, let me think. Monday night, I may not go live this next coming Monday night. I am planning on going mule deer hunting, and I don't know if I'll be back in time. And if I do it, I'll be in West Texas. So if I go live, I'll be in West Texas. Make it easy. So we'll see. So if you see something come up Monday, I'm probably going to do a little thing like I do where it tells you that's coming up here. It just may happen. So kind of be on the alert. If it's not there, it's not there. I hate to do it to you, but I will be back the following Monday, and we'll get onto it. So, hey guys, thanks so much. Love y'all. Appreciate you, and we'll see you hopefully next week, if not in 2 weeks. Okay, y'all take care. Have a great night. Mike says, happy hunting. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.